Sound effects? Oh wait. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the General Banter Podcast, Patreon exclusive podcast. Do you know, as soon as I put that music on, I can't talk. Talk normally. I have to talk like this. Remember, Máirín, to talk into the microphone. It's been a while.
It has.
Talk right into it.
Hello. That's for now.
Someone actually asked me the other day. I'm just gonna play this all the time. Someone asked me the other day, when are you getting your wife on? Because you're getting too big for your boots.
Oh, right.
And I said, I own all the fucking boots around here. Anyway, here you are.
Yeah. Hello.
You haven't been here in a while, Máirín. What do you think of the setup?
I like it. Nice shiny table.
Nice shiny table. One more shout out to Industrial Bite. Those boys are... Did you get tagged in it yesterday, Niall? They're like screenshotting everything. Every time it's in a shot, they're screenshotting it and being
It's a very beautiful table.
Table makes...
The other table was also nice.
Look more handsome.
It will still be used, actually. But this is just a different one. It's nice.
Yeah. This one strangely fits the vibe a bit better, I think.
Always evolving. I like it. It's lovely.
We've got the strip club lights. Do you like those?
I do. I like them.
Shout out China. Every once in a while, Niall will take a phone call and just scream Mandarin down the phone and then hang up, and I'll be like, who is that? They'll be like, nothing. And then some equipment arrives.
Yeah, there's a package arriving. Don't worry about it.
He's fucking haggling and Cantonese. They are from China, aren't they? Yeah, had to brush all the bats off it before we put them up. Racist. So, put me in my place, Máirín. What's been going on?
I had nothing. Like, that's the really worst thing, isn't it? None.
Nothing? No crack at all? You getting over that hangover of your big win at the weekend?
What?
We won, didn't we?
Oh. You're talking about...
What?
You're talking about Tyrone winning the All-Ireland final.
I certainly am.
Oh, yeah. Oh, everyone's from Tyrone now.
I know. I did see that. Like, your woman, that fitness woman online, who was like, oh yeah, I just found out my great-great-granda was from Tyrone. And she's from Dublin or something, but she's like, she's got the fucking...
Good crack, wasn't it? That's exciting.
Yeah.
Great match. Really good match.
I wouldn't be able to tell.
Quite a large majority of the players were from close to where we live, so yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I know quite a few of them. Yeah, it was great. It was fun, wasn't it? I mean, I don't follow GA whatsoever.
These are all fair weather fans.
Not that. I mean, I grew up in a house full of girls. None of us played football.
But
so
are you sure? Because when the match was on, you were all telling all your tales of all your war stories from when you played.
No, none of us played football. No, there was no stories.
Like, oh, I either lost the thumb there.
No one said that.
Sligo one
Literally,
day.
no one said that. I love you pretending to know what you're talking about. So.
I love you pretending.
It was an exciting match, though.
You were showing me replays, being like, "Look at the pace of that! Look at the pace and the skill." And it basically looked like it bounced off him by accident and went in. You were like, "Look at the skill and the pace."
I did not say either of those things.
Look at the skill and the pace and the finesse.
I just said he fisted it in. And that's fact.
He did. And then Niall, we talked about this yesterday, and he was like, Tottenham noise, you can't fist it in.
What? You can now.
I think there's something about that. I don't know what it is.
You can't fist it in.
Hey, we should have a sports podcast.
Yeah. It's been a while since.
You know what I don't like? Something about the rules.
Let me see.
No, of course.
Do you want me to look it up? Current rules of fisting?
No.
Current rules of GAA fisting. Do you remember there was a guy, was he not from Tyrone, and he made some gay porn?
Yeah, it's quite sad, really. I think it was
Why? Sad for who?
I don't know. Did you not have to do it for like money or something?
I'd like to think he got paid for it. It'd be even more gangster if he was just like, nah.
How much did you pay to watch it?
How much would I pay to have not seen it?
Really?
No, it's just one of them things. It was just doing the rounds, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's like anything. If anyone does anything from the countryside because it's small, rural, everyone knows. You can't do things like that. From a big city, people don't find out, but...
Homosexuality hasn't reached Tyrone yet.
More or less, no.
But it will.
Kind of.
And we're still waiting on porn.
Internet hasn't been good enough probably for quite some while, that's why.
Double whammy, isn't it? Like,
what?
Your man's done a porno. A gay porno.
Yeah. Double gasp, imagine.
Well, because he's not gay, is he? It was like a gay for pay type thing?
I don't think so. I don't know. You're asking me a question about something I don't know anything about. What's this mastermind? My topic is not gay fucking GA porn films. I don't know anything about it.
Throwing the ball. It may be hand passed by striking with the fist. Aggressive fouls or physical or verbal fouls committed by a player. I mean, this is just all the rules in one go. Just all blended into one.
You should have read these before you watched the match, probably.
Fisted in there, boys. Yeah, I mean, it's if you don't know anything about the sport, you're like, surely there should be more structure to this game. Boys are just running loose.
There is structure to the game, and it's exciting because it's fast paced and unlike boring.
If you say fast paced and skillful,
soccer is boring.
Oh well, football's the worst. Like
boring,
so boring.
Whereas you watch Gaelic and it's fast paced because you can hold the
fist.
ball, you can run with the ball, you can kick it, you can fist it, you can pass it,
yeah,
etc., etc., etc. There's points and goals. It's more exciting.
I would be the guy because I'm lazy. I would just perfect hoofing it. I would be a keeper who could score from the net.
The keeper did. He did a lot of work
from his own goal line. That would be my move.
Yes, I know.
But
you can run right out. You can run right out. The goalie can run right out. So like he did loads of work. It was class.
I was talking to Shane thought about that. I was like, there used to be able to name, like even in like soccer, used to be able to name like 5-6 flamboyant goalkeepers.
Yeah,
and he's like
a big thing. Yeah.
You know, like the Schmeichels and the fucking Bartezes, and he's like, now you don't know anyone. And he was like, it's because they all play in with the team and they want them to be good footballers and stuff.
Stop right there. Have I not done a podcast in months and we're talking about football?
Yeah. Don't get me started on vaccines. I sort of leaned away to cough away there and it didn't. It coughed right in. Now, we put the podcast public from yesterday now, right? Yeah. And I've been hit with some very Russian crypto bots.
Oh, really?
Like there's a 16 comment thread. Oh, can I read you some of them?
A thread of bot comments?
Yeah, it wasn't just one random one. It's like one has made a comment and then a bunch of other ones have hooked on.
Class.
But it sounds like such computer generated horseshit. I don't know who need to hear this. Investing now is wise decision to take despite the pandemic. Cryptocurrency. Is this you now? You in the Mulhalls making up names. Isabella Nicholas. Cryptocurrency has grown in popularity and is predicted to do so in the future as it has changed a lot of lives. Here, no shit. And then Isabella Nicholas. A lot of people with high IQs are terrible investors because they've got terrible temperaments. What is this? You need to keep raw, irrational emotion under control.
What?
This is under the video I just put up this morning. And then someone's tagged Isabella Nicholas and her name is Jessica Nice. Hey, have more of a porn name. That's such a porn name. It's not how much money you keep, but how much money you make. Is it, though? Is that not the opposite of what they tell you in the business schools?
Yeah.
How hard it works for you and how many generations you keep it for. People like me are scared of investing. You know, these are such
They're
like...
definitely not comments under a video you've ever put up. Like, that's insane.
Definitely not.
Did you see that?
Definitely not.
That bot obituary thing?
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Can you pull that up?
Oh, yeah. It's on my phone, I think.
Pull it up. Yesterday we ran through the Japanese baseball game names. Bobson Dognut. Mike Truck.
Mike Truck was a good one.
I'm happy to see Donald Williams mentioned. He is recognised on the Google. My wife recommended him to me after investing £1,000 and he has really helped us in times of the bad pandemic crisis. His name is Jason Greenish. His is one of the fucking... So what is this? This is a bot. Did you get a new cover?
Yeah.
What's it made of? Soap?
I know, if it's slippery.
Slippery? Jesus Christ. So this is a bot obituary?
Yeah, I had to write an obituary.
I
love it.
What?
It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard.
Do you want me, what accent do you want me to do it in?
Russian, obviously.
No.
What's your bot accent?
What language would a bot be?
Elon Musk.
Yes.
Let me just, I don't know.
Slightly South African, slightly.
Sort of boring. Smoked marijuana, didn't feel it. Elon.
Well, do a more exciting robot voice then. Be like Elon Musk's friend robot. What
like his PA that's a robot?
Yeah.
Tessie?
Some old woman.
Yeah, she's 87, but she has a full, like, Iron Man suit on. Now, obviously don't play this now because we'll get fucking taken off the internet again. Who am I? Alex Jones? I'm not even connected to the fucking thing here, Jesus Christ. This is a level of professionalism you've missed out on.
I know.
Let me see. This would be a good thing. I couldn't bring myself to ever watch him do this moonwalk here when he did SNL. I can already see in the future when they make this film how they remake this scene. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, like I know that's going to be so cringe.
Who's going to play him?
Thank you.
Elon Musk.
Just another robot?
It's an honor to be hosting Saturday Night Live. I mean that. Sometimes...
Just leaving pauses in wrong places. You know, he's just like...
He has a computer-generated voice.
I mean that. So people really know that I mean it. That's because I don't always have a lot of intonation or variation in how I speak, which I'm told makes for great comedy. I'm actually making history tonight as the first person with Asperger's to host SNL.
Have you ever eaten an Asperger? Is it a bit like Asperger? Like they started saying Aspergers, so it didn't sound like you were saying Aspergers?
I know, it's in
like Uranus. They're like, have you been to Uranus? You're looking at me with a very bad face right now.
Or at least the first to admit it.
Or at least the first to admit it.
What is his accent like?
I'm from South Africa. It'd be class if he was
so
full
vague.
South African though.
I know.
Alright, blue. Dave Elliott does the best South African accent for a man from Hollywood. I can't do that accent. I would need to work on it. China. Brenda Tent retired from living at the age of old, surrounded by family and natural causes. A librarian from birth, Brenda was an avid collector of dust.
Have you heard this?
The bot generated obituary. She had a sweetheart and married her high school. She loved having hobbies and helping her sons to be disadvantaged youths. She had no horses but thought she did. The church gave her a choir because she sang like a bird and looked like a bird, and Brenda was a bird. She owed us so many poems. Or she owed us so many poems. The funeral will be held in 1977 at Heaven. In lieu of flowers, Brenda. In lieu of flowers, send Brenda more life. And then the photo's so fucking like glitched. Look at the fucking eye.
Oh, I love it.
That is hilarious. So they just had a bot generate that? She's an avid collector of dust.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So is this office.
She owes us many poems.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Elon Musk. Pete downstairs said he ordered a Tesla faster than shit. Then he sent me a photo of the dashboard when he accelerated, and it just went from like 28 to like 68 in nothing time. Just
I'd love a spitting in a Tesla. Like,
take it out. Like. Well, you can do it really easily. We should do that today after lunch.
Oh yeah.
You just you book it in. You don't even speak to anybody. You just go on the, it's like Deliveroo. You're like, what one do you want to take out? This one, this time. And you turn up and you just go on a conveyor belt, like, and it takes you off to the right, in there, and the door just, and you get in there.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter how technologically advanced it is. When I put fucking cappuccinos
I know, we
just down the side of it, it'd be wrecked, yeah.
Yeah,
Can you get the self-cleaning Tesla?
Yeah, the floor just opens and all the rubbish falls out.
Well, ideally you wanted to like eat the rubbish. Do you remember, was it that Boston Dynamics place? They were like, this is our first, and they give it like a cute name, like bio something, they don't never say weapons or warfare or anything. But they were basically, the subtext was this thing just eats dead bodies on a,
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that.
in like a war zone. It just feeds on biomatter. Terrifying.
Terrifying.
Boom. eating a person.
I don't think they'd eat like that, like a biscuit, like, but...
I was just thinking, it'd be cool to see a robot take a shite, wouldn't it? They'll be vulnerable. Clunk. Imagine Elon Musk taking a shite. You know, we're all just humans. At the end of the day.
Oh wow, beautiful poem from Colin.
I don't like the way he disrespected the fine art form of stand-up comedy by giving it a go there.
So I won't make a lot of eye contact with the cast tonight. But don't worry, I'm pretty good at running human in emulation mode. I'd first like to share with you my vision for the future.
He looks like a character Mike Myers is playing.
I believe that humanity...
Yeah, Mike Myers looks weird in real life too.
Yeah.
So a lot of those guys that are like, you know, shapeshifters can just like play anything.
Yeah.
And then they make them just sit there and be themselves. And you're like, what are you, bro?
I know.
He actually looks more like the fucking... Is it Mike Myers from Halloween? You know, he's getting more and more like rubbery faced.
Why is it so fun watching someone like that?
He's
though?
dyed as like a Jim Carrey or something.
And you're just like, who are you? Like behind all, like you can play all these amazing characters, but then they find it hard to play themselves. It's like,
well, yeah, hates himself. You know what I mean? That's the old thing.
Normally, yes, but
sure, you know, Jim Carrey had a full meltdown.
Well, because he realised when he played all these characters, he could play them so easily that he was like, who's Jim Carrey? He's like, what is that character? I'm playing that character too. Yeah. And then he basically expanded his mind and went, oh, I don't know what the hell to be at now.
Yeah, somebody stop me.
He's
like,
right.
I fit into all these characters like a glove. And other quotes.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how many class comedian people can... When they do serious acting, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it doesn't go that way.
Robin Williams, me. You know?
I would actually find it really interesting to see you act. Like, imagine you, like, went into something and was just acting.
Like a serious actor?
Like a serious actor.
I dare say it would be class. There's a new movie coming out called Fat Statham. And I'm just Jason Statham's brother.
Just like when they go cut to a scene where he's really lost the run of himself. And then they cut back to like a montage of him getting like...
No, the movie is, you know, he's a retired guy, he's living on a ranch and someone calls him up and they're like, Jason, we need you. And he's like, fuck off. It's basically Sexy Beast. I'm afraid I'm going to have to fucking... What does he say? I'm going to turn you down. I'm afraid you're going to have to fucking tell me yes.
Tell me yes.
Yeah, it's basically, you know, they need him back to do some sort of crime.
Okay.
And he's, you know... reluctantly goes and does it, and then he's like, I need some help, and he rings up his brother, me.
Oh, you're his brother? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
course,
it's like you know, it's like what's the one he does with a rock? Shobs and Brobs. What's Hobbs and Bob and Bert's? What's it called? Shobs and Raw. Hobbs and Shobs. Knobs and Bobbles.
Broomsticks and bedhops.
Yeah, and he calls me up and I'm like, no bother, I'll help you. And then we hit the streets fighting crime and obesity. And that's the story, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, we get captured and prisoners of war and eventually escape, and then by the end of the movie we both have the same physique, you know. And he goes, who's the real winner? And he slaps me on the six pack and I go,
I would like to watch the film where you're just pitching this to someone and then them going,
this is it?
No.
This is it? We're recording it?
Wow.
Knobs and Shobs.
Which one are you?
Both. I don't know. Knobs and Swabs. It's as good as written.
Perfect.
Those
yeah,
seem
let's
like
do it.
exciting goals, don't they?
Who's Elon Musk saying at the minute?
Grimes.
That's a weird coupling.
Yeah. Yeah. Is she not a lot younger than him?
I've seen pictures of her and I'm like, is she 16 or what's the crack?
No, I think she actually is older than you think, maybe. I don't know.
Since we're on her, do you see what she wore to the old Met Gala?
No.
Grimes. What is the Met Gala? You know, because every year they're just like, look at the state of this fucking asshole. And then,
well, they always have a theme and...
What's the theme?
What was it this year? Like American culture? No, what was it? American something. What was it? I can't remember.
So that's her there. She turned up dressed like some sort of,
let's see.
You know, fucking
don't know if it's her
White Walker there with the, you know, she's got a sword and everything. It's pretty badass, actually.
Actually, she is a good outfit.
And Do you see Cara Delevingne's one?
Yep.
Do you see it now?
No.
She was wearing like a bulletproof vest, and it says on it, "Peg the patriarchy." What?
I mean, the outfits this year were trash, like, to be honest.
Peg the patriarchy. I mean, hey guys, is your message serious or not? Fist the patriarchy.
In the back of the net.
Huh? What?
Not allowed.
Yeah, the rules have changed. So peg the patriarchy there.
Yeah, the outfits were trash though. Heard someone say...
Explain to me the patriarchy. I'll put this music on.
It's this face.
Is that the face? Just at all men? Hashtag all men?
Yeah.
Every time you go on TikTok, that's where we learn all of our news. It's just a lot of
News channel TikTok.
It's like the kryptonite for the patriarchy types is just Jordan Peterson clips. That's what dudes watch now, and they're just like, man, do you know what?
Guys have it hard.
Fuck these chicks.
But everyone has it hard. Do you know what I mean?
I'm hard right now. Tell that to your peg your own fucking patriarchy. You know what I mean?
That's the line.
But yeah, every time, they'll just fucking show it. But that's the problem. No one's actually learning anything, me included. But then you just get like a bunch of fucking incels watching Jordan Peterson being like, well, you think that men have it hard. What about your electricity? Who do you think is putting wires in the ground?
Yes.
Thousands of people die every minute. They're men. More men die of suicide. More men die of, men die every second. Every time I click my fingers, a man dies of death.
Because they're stupid.
Because they're stupid. Men are more, I know, yeah, he's basically, it's like, how is it a patriarchy? Men are stupid. They die all the time. They fall off crates onto their neck.
They get into boxing matches with professional fighters.
You've got YouTubers boxing. They die. Paul Walker, dead. They get in car wrecks. Women are at home alive, wearing bulletproof vests that say peg the patriarchy. What's the problem?
There you go.
Most men that are dead died.
Of all the men that are dead.
Of all the men that have ever lived, most are dead. Although there was a funny one where there was a girl interviewing him, and she was like, most of the wealth in the world is owned by men, and he goes, about 10 men.
His voice is so scary.
He was literally like, all of the millions of millions. Yeah, if you had clown makeup on, you'd shit your pants. Hello, it's me, Jordan. It's me, Jordy Bubbles. Guess what? Most men are dead, so you're gonna be dead too.
Oh my god.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Patriarchy is real. Anyway, shout out that guy. Peg the patriarchy. Break that down. I have no idea. Ever pegged anyone more?
Don't think so. Too much work.
Well, there you go.
Exactly.
Listen, the day I get paid as much as a man to peg someone, then I'll fucking do it. Too much work. Most women just lie there. I'm Jordy Bubbles.
Stop us quick now.
Now we need some machine gun fire in this as soon as possible. And then there's a name for. Did you see Kim Kardashian? Actually, fuck all this. How embarrassed are you watching
Travis
Barker and your woman fucking tongue? It's like their fucking
so
party
gross.
trick now. Isn't it like a fucking? It's like
it's just like two teenagers who met at some sort of battle of the bands, and now they both dress the same, and they're just in the toilets,
yeah,
fully tonguing each other, and everyone else is like, "All right,
guys,
get
why is
over
it?
it."
It is like a school disco. We're just like
that's what I mean.
you
It's
guys are
just
too
so
cool, and they're just like, look what we can do, and no one even stops us.
I know, and she's all like wearing all her black now.
Travis
like,
Barker's fucking big old vegan stinking mouth. Was he smell like figs and quinoa?
Yeah, like
Garlic.
He honestly looks like a fucking
He's
like
sexy.
he's been brought up back from the dead. Like,
No doubt.
have you seen his daughter?
No doubt he smashes pie because you know he's a drummer and all that. Just rhythm for days.
That's what it is.
Small things. What am I looking up? For Travis Barker, yeah or nay? Average. Just drumming. Just drumming techniques. Travis Barker, daughter. Is she an absolute piece, is she?
Well, it's just funny because she's the internet age now and she's all like super blonde, ridiculous, like, you know, 5-inch nails, giant boobs all over Instagram. Like, it's funny.
Keep talking. No, this child, is this who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's going out with a Kardashian and they're all, you know, it's just such a funny world. Like, what kind of house is that like?
Yeah, strange. Like,
is it just like a bunch of teenagers like
what age? What Kardashian is it? Chloe?
Courtney.
Courtney?
Courtney.
Courtney, what is she, 46?
She's the oldest, so she's probably, I don't know, nearly 40. I don't know, actually.
I thought Kim Kardashian was like 40.
She would, like, Kim Kardashian's probably like 37 or 8 or something. So, like, Courtney was the oldest.
But just imagine, you know, just being in public and that, you know, people pull cameras. It's just very, like, it's very immature nearly, is it? Where it's like, oh, wait, you do the thing that you always do. And he's like, disgusting.
Yeah, it looks like them and like Megan Fox and stuff. They're just like going, look how in love and sexy we are. But realistically, majority of people are looking on going like, this is embarrassing and uncomfortable.
Yeah. Have you seen Megan Fox's thumbs?
Yes.
Weird, aren't they?
Yes.
I mean,
the rest of her is like perfection.
That would put me off
anyway. Yeah, I thought so.
If she was like, here, girl, do you want to go to the cinema or something? I'd be like, not with them thumbs. You fucking alien.
Yeah, yeah. They just look like two people at a teenage disco.
Name,
with
right?
Their new boyfriends.
I'll buy you lunch today, Máirín, if you can name me a Machine Gun Kelly song.
I don't know any.
I have no idea. He's one of those guys where he's just like...
And I keep hearing that name of his new one come up because in the media, but I still can't even remember what it's called. What is it? Something...
He's one of these guys,
I don't know.
You know, if you're talking about pegging the patriarchy, the dude put out unisex nail polish.
It is new... What?
Yeah, it's paint for your hand, you fucking dildo.
He was... Who did he play in the Motley Crue film?
I don't know. The cleaner? Who?
Yeah.
Vince Neil.
I didn't even know that was him. And then I was like, oh, does he actually... I didn't even know who it was. And he plays music.
Machine. There's a video of him...
It's a good film, not like, but...
He does like a listening party or something, or he's like pitching his album or something to like a label, and he's on the table pretending to like thrash about. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my God, I started sweating, man. Let me see. MGK on table. And then McGregor near smacked him, which is just...
Yeah, what was that about?
The VMAs fucking embarrassment awards or what's going on? Jesus Christ, man. There he is on the table. Fucking yeah.
First video of the week.
Oh, this is someone else's... Oh, fucking, I hate these videos. He probably had it removed from the internet because it's absolutely...
So what, he just gets on the table and starts like going mad to a record label?
Yeah, like there's a load of,
like,
you know, execs and all sitting around just like watching him, and he's like, you know, pretending he's in fucking Paramore. But his nails look good.
Oh God.
What other patriarchy things do they do to items, trying to masculinate them? What's demasculate? What's the word? Masculate?
To try it?
Man bag? Man bun?
Guy liner.
Man spread? Guy liner? Yeah. Is there not that shop called War Paint that's for dudes? Did I make that up, or is that for women too?
I don't know. Where did you see that?
Don't know. Made it up in my head. If it doesn't exist, it should. But yeah, it's weird that they have to do that.
I know. Well, most things are unisex now, like, aren't they?
I wish they were more so, because there's a lot of cool like Nikes. I was on the Nike website the other day. They've got like a lot of low dunks, and they only go up to like a size 8 or something.
Yeah, that used to always annoy me because I
But I'm
used
just
to
like the-
always like boys trainers and I could never get them because they were always like really big sizing and stuff. And you're like, the girls section of a now it's different because like trainers are popular, but like years ago it used to be like really trash like shit. It's basically like running shoes,
just jelly sandals.
yeah, and it was just like, you know, Nike, but like obviously if you're like going to run or something, so that's all you had. You didn't have cool trainers.
Mm-hmm.
Or even like skate kind of shoes. You couldn't get them really as a girl. I remember wearing like my younger cousin like boys trainers. You know, because he had like grown up, and then they fitted me to school and all. Like, but you could
were
never
like
get.
fat pair of DCs.
I can't remember what they were, but they were really chunky trainers, like with like green laces or something. I can't remember, but like I love them. But you couldn't have got those as a girl, like.
Yeah, it's true. But I do it all the time. Or I'll get like a targeted ad on Facebook. I've been on it 9 years. Instagram, and I'll click on it, and it'll just be like a woman's shoe. But I'm like, I would take it.
What is it, like stiletto or something?
Yeah. Gladiator sandals.
I had this other day. Like, I can't imagine you ever wearing a sandal.
Why not?
Like, a lot of guys do wear sandals, but like you're just not a sandal guy.
What's this? What do you mean sandal?
Like something with your toes out and like straps.
Well, who the fuck wears that? That's not a paedophile. I'd wear a slide now.
Well,
You know, if I'm kicking about the house. Pretend I'm Stormzy. But we had this conversation before, but you either have no shoes on or shoes ready to go, like. You know what I mean? I'll either walk around the house with no shoes on, and if I'm going out to do something, I'll put the shoes on. There's no like in between.
Yeah, you're not a slipper guy either.
Not a slipper guy.
No.
No. I'm not any of that stuff, you know, slippers, fleecy pajamas. They all make me fucking claustrophobic at the thought.
Yeah,
of it.
you can't do it, can you?
You know, I want to lie.
I mean, today.
I want to lie fully nude with just a wet face cloth over my cock.
Talk about today. You didn't even use a towel.
What?
You couldn't be bothered to go get a towel, so you dried yourself with a t-shirt in our own house, and I was
Correct.
like, Colin,
Correct. I was upstairs.
what is this? A fucking Holy Land student house?
But it was too
Well,
late.
because you have 20,000 t-shirts and there was towels downstairs dry.
I know, but I couldn't get at it then. I was out of I was I was out of the shower already, and I was like, get me the fucking...
That's how big your t-shirts are.
Yeah, it was like a beach towel.
Yeah.
It's great. Do you want to use one corner of it too?
It's on you now.
No, I fell back in the bed and just pulled the duvet over me, dried, and then just released it. But you can nearly do that when you've no hair. You know what I mean? I just squeegee my whole body off.
Well, your body's covered in hair.
Oh yes, correct.
So,
Uh,
you're more like a dog.
yeah, you would try a dog with a t-shirt,
I suppose, yeah.
no problem. What else were we going to talk about there?
Just you being a dog? I don't know.
Right, we've talked for half an hour. We need to answer some questions.
Oh, shit, okay.
I was... I will not get into that now. We'll get into that later. I sent you the video of the end of that Paul Smith
Yeah.
video, and he was being all
Yeah.
sad. There's a video now, I'll send you it. It's, you know, the comedian Paul Smith was doing like a tour vlog type thing, and he came off stage, and he there was later on that night, he was like, oh, I'm just really down. You know, I've done these big shows and I just feel like fucking shit. And I was like, finally, someone else. And he's like, I don't know what it is. Like, but you know what it is? I think people need to treat sort of, especially at that level. And I think my good friend Miley Cyrus said this on Rogan. You nearly need to be like an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not really just, it looks like it's just walking on stage and talking. But it is like such a massive fucking energy dump that you should treat, you know, you should nearly like warm down and fucking treat yourself
also like
an
unnatural, like, I don't mean in a bad way, but like majority of people don't go on to a platform where there's thousands of people watching what you're saying for a prolonged period of time, and you've had to build up to it. You know, people don't normally experience that, so that's a huge amount for your body to like go through in adrenaline and like excitement and fear and everything. So after that, your body is like, what the hell happened there?
I think it's nearly, you know, if it was like a sport or something, or even if you were in a band, even if you were like singing or playing or something, you know, you can let it out slightly. Whereas when you're like just talking,
there,
you nearly it's like a pressure cooker.
You
have to like
should
keep
do like
it
a workout after.
Sure,
you should probably do like something to like
the last
expend
SSE,
those
I was like
energy.
running up and down the hallway, and
You
some
have
wee
to.
guy that worked there was like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
Well, your body's probably like freaking out, thinking it's probably panicking, thinking something's wrong, even though you can be also like excited or whatever, happy about it, but your body's like really preparing to do something big. So afterwards, you kind of need to go get rid of all that pent up energy that you've given me to fight this thing, you know, like whatever it is, because you are just standing there.
You nearly
So
need
you
to.
need to do something after.
You would nearly need to like blow off steam. I mean, obviously people do it with alcohol usually.
Yeah.
And drogas, but you nearly need to go for like a run or something, or like hit pads or something, you know, like to like burn it off.
Zumba class,
Quick bit of Pilates.
something.
Pilates.
Just a wee mini trampoline. In
What
the
is
back.
Zumba? We throw it around as a joke.
Well,
I have no
it's
idea what
kind of
Zumba is.
like it's kind of like aerobics, sort of like you can use small weights and it's to like fun music, really. Kind of like dance exercise, but it's not really that dancey. Like you're just following an instructor doing.
One of our pop sugar faves, Nicole Steve. Thanks, Deja. I have a Latin dance workout just for you.
Yeah, like,
now
do you know what I mean?
let's
It's
get
like
on
dance.
the dance floor and burn it up. Hey. All right, you guys, let's warm it up.
30
Give me a
minutes,
deep
man.
Inhale, exhale, clap it out right here.
Yeah.
Woo!
Do you know what I mean? It's like an aerobics class, then.
Cardio
Like an old school.
All right.
Do you know what I was looking up the other day?
Grapevine
He's a
right
very
here.
interesting
Step
person.
together, step.
Jane Fonda. You know, she did all the exercise videos.
Come on.
Jane Fonda.
Yeah, I was actually going to buy one of her exercise videos.
Oh, stop. She's 100.
Yeah, and she did these when she was 40. Like, she started doing it when she was 40. You'd think she was really young. She was actually 40. And just for fun, I was like, because me and my sisters used to do them when we were younger. Mum used to put on Jane Fonda tapes and we were just, like, we thought we were just doing a fun thing. But clearly Mummy was like, use copy this. And this gets rid of lots of energy. And I can sit down for 10 minutes.
Body weight loss as opposed to
Yeah, that'll be
This
like,
is me. This is
that'll
the
be like
exercise I'm
us
going
with
to get
Eddie.
into.
Do you want to watch this CrossFit movie?
Yeah, I know.
We've got you a barbell here.
Come
And
on.
he's just like,
You'd love that. That's what I mean. Yeah.
I start CrossFit in October now. Yeah. Yeah. Look out for these traps, man.
I'm not fit in this studio anymore.
Breathing like that. So much muscle around my neck. There's Jane Fonda there. Such mom mode.
combination of reducing
Such mom clothes.
No,
baby.
but you look, this is older ones. Like, look at the ones like years
Like
ago.
the young ones when she's an
Yeah.
absolute pace.
Like when she's got the full leotard on.
What'd you say? NTSC on the...
This will be me.
What about this beat, man?
This is what I mean. I was going to buy one of her DVDs just for like nostalgic reasons.
Oh, here it is.
But honestly, me and my sisters used to dress up and put on our wee like leotards and just, or mainly just knickers and vests, and then get bits of carpet. It's like wee mats.
They
And then
wore,
we
they
would
wore
copy
some
them.
scandalous outfits back in the day in the
Yeah,
gym.
yes, you know. That's where like that sort of like Call Me video and all took inspiration, you know, like so.
That was scandalous in its day, wasn't it?
Oh, it was very like, you know, a lot of bikini waxing was going on.
I know you watch it and you're like, did I just see her anus?
You don't know, it's hard to tell, isn't it?
That's quite impressive, that move. Can you hear that now? Who do you think sound mixed that? A deaf guy? Hectic.
So this is how I'm going to introduce myself back in exercise. With Jane Fonda workouts. I've decided.
There's
Jane
a-
Fonda's a legend. You ever read about her? Like, very interesting.
Have I read about Jane Fonda?
Yeah.
I never stop.
I love her.
You know, all the times I'm down in my wee office and I'm writing a book about her.
Like, she's a real like political activist
called Fonda
back in the
Fonda.
day. And her two like children have really cool, I can't remember what they are now, but really cool names inspired by like
Donda Fonda
Irish,
and
Irish history. What is it again? Hold on. I was so interested. I love her. I think she's class. I think just from a young age, maybe I'm just obsessed by her.
this podcast really took a weird turn.
Well, You asked for it.
You asked for it. We'll pull up some questions for you here. You look for that, Máirín. I'll just casually float you some questions. Are you stealing my...
No, it popped up there. I realised I was off.
We do have internet. We do have 4G
I know, but I'm
now.
not on that now, am I? Yet? Not yet.
If you haven't seen Northwater yet, it's definitely one to watch. What's that? Have you heard of that?
I actually haven't, no.
What the fuck's Northwater? Let me look it up real quick. Northwater. It sounds like one of those. Colin Farrell. What the fuck is that? Okay, maybe we'll check it out. It's a movie. It's not really much of a question. Any food promotion / Gedzilla burgers at the SSE shows? Oh yeah, remember I gave off about that last time. What was the other one called? Geddis 3 pints or something. It was like such a shitty pun. And then the Gedzilla burger. I was like, bro, what? Can someone just fucking sue someone around here already?
I know. Hopefully we'll get some food this time.
And the Gedzilla burger was, of course, just a burger with everything they had in it. Get jerk. Pete Snodden doing the ad for it and all that. It was totally
just Gedzilla burger, just too much.
Off-putting. Snodden's out there doing the ad for it on the radio. Get yourself a Gedzilla burger. Pete's in it. Burger's in it. Chicken burger. 2 goujons. Chips. Sauce. 4 sauces of your choice. And a coffee poured over it. No, I didn't see any of that. In fact, the guy that was sort of the PA for Shine at the time turned up late, way after I turned up, and just sat down and opened himself a Magners, and he got sacked, no wonder. But I was like, hey, I was just wondering if maybe, since there's an arena full of people here, that one of the guys employed by the promotion company could maybe ring some pizzas for all these people.
That you have to pay for anyway?
Then I'll be paying for anyway. And they'll be like, let me just check a second to see where our assistant is. Oh, if you could just give him 15 minutes till he finishes his Magners because he's had a stressful day and he's late. And I'm like, no problem, I'll go on hungry.
Everyone outside though is like having beers and having a great time. And you're in the dressing room like, I'm starving.
Yeah, no wonder Paul Smith's fucking backstage crying his eyes out.
Oh.
Sad. How's Máirín been? Good to see her back in the pods.
Oh.
Have you started watching Married at First Sight?
I actually haven't watched this one.
I keep seeing the clip of that Geordie girl and I'm like, no thanks. I don't want to be sitting trying to relax at night time with her going, fucking duty, fucking bastard, you know, screaming at everyone.
Is there a guy from here on it? Yeah. Is that right?
Don't know, maybe.
Can't remember. I know I haven't watched it yet. I will watch it, but not yet.
What are you waiting for?
Because I'm watching that 9 Perfect Strangers, but we finished it last night, so.
Have you seen that now?
No.
9 Perfect Strangers. It's on
Amazon.
It's on Amazon, and it's about people who go to like a sort of wellness retreat.
Yeah. It's
And
Nicole Kidman, Melissa McCarthy, loads of people like. Yeah.
they're all from all different walks of life, and then they get treated basically with drugs.
Well, you don't really know what's going on, I suppose.
But
That's the whole
strangely, it's quite informational to watch.
It's very good.
You know, you could nearly watch it and be like, oh, it's almost like a bit of therapy for yourself watching
Yeah.
it. It's very well done.
Yeah, totally.
You know, when everyone's dealing with their demons.
For sure. It basically
Fuck,
shows
here.
loads of.
We hear this for demons, right? Now, I had the screenshot this. I'm going to play the audio of this story. This is just a fucking... We hear this.
Always have 2 cups.
So,
What?
this is... I screenshot this from TikTok. The source of all good news. Nursing school doesn't prepare you for the number of elderly patients who will casually confess to decades-old murders, right? And then we did hear this story. This one.
What?
No, we did just some 9-year-old. We used to kill people. We did hear this story from this woman here.
I had a woman dying from COVID confess something really heart-wrenching to me. She told me that when she was a teenager, she told her mother that one of the local black boys had touched her behind the grocery store. And in 1936 Louisiana, this was a very big deal. Not only was this boy lynched, but he was beaten, and his genitals were cut off. And then the family home was burned to the ground. And she watched it all happen. You want to know why? Because she saw that his sisters had prettier dresses than she did, and she just didn't like it. So she lied. And then it clicked. This same woman had been hallucinating for the past couple of days, saying that there was a black boy in her room watching her, would not stop staring at her, and she was scared shitless. She asked if she could be forgiven. I told her the only person who could forgive her was the boy she killed.
Whoa.
Now, let me turn into Geordie Bubbles here for a second. Most men who are black get killed by crazy women.
How scary.
What's the problem there? Racism or women?
Well, it's not a golf thing. But then, back then, she probably saw other people maybe doing that. And maybe she thought that's what people did. Like, oh, you can just do this. And that's not... She didn't realise that what would actually happen is someone gets killed. Like, that's so... Oh, my God.
Just like a wee bit of jealousy. And she's like, oh, yeah, this guy touched me. And then they just fucking...
I mean, children do that where they're like... They'll do things and be like, say something as a lie because they're trying to see what happens. Do you know, they'll do things and they'll push boundaries to go... I wonder what happens if I, push that off and it smash. I wonder what happens. So, children do things where like, I wonder what happens if I just say he's done something. But then to watch that, like that's obviously not something just getting smashed. That's someone getting actually killed. Imagine knowing that, like you've done that.
But then, she's hallucinating and seeing like a little black boy in the room.
But that's her own demons, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's her knowing that that's wrong and that's her own mind coming back to tell her that that's wrong and she has to get that out before she dies.
Bloody hell.
Oh my God.
And then you just go on your tea break when you're a nurse. Like, that's fucking insane.
This is why nurses should be paid more because they're not just going in.
About racist stories like that.
No, but like
racist.
There's so much other
stories.
shit they hear. Like, imagine. Oh my God. But imagine that was real life.
But that's legit.
They actually just went,
that
you're
Till,
a black boy, so
that
obviously
Emmett
we're
Till story was
lynching
like
you.
that, was it not? Like a false accusation. They fucking beat him to death and threw him in a river and all this shit, and it wasn't even true.
I mean, being a black person in the south of America,
of Ireland,
of anywhere probably, like you can't even imagine. Like that's not that long ago. That's not that long ago.
No.
That seems like from a film that's made up.
Crazy.
Isn't it though? Like, what do you think about that? Imagine people doing that.
I know. My dad used to work.
What?
He said with a guy who was a cop in South Africa. And he's like, my dad said the stories he would just drop. Fucking, this happened or whatever. And fucking we came out doing the paperwork. So we just shot these 4 black guys and fucking. You're like, what?
Don't they talk about that, like that sort of like mob sort of group mentality thing? People don't really have their natural morals and like ability to do things go out the window. If it's a group thing, people just go along with it. So you can kill someone and not think it's a big deal because you're in the police or you're, whatever. This is like your community and this is, a black person that you don't like have any respect for. But like, I don't know how like an individual would do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how someone could kill. I don't know.
You never
understand. Like, I don't think anyone could.
Would.
I don't think you could do it.
But that's like any of those like
in a group.
Any of those like war type scenarios where you have nothing against the people really.
It's just a group.
The group that you're in, and they've shot your mate, and you fuck about it, and all of a sudden you've just this full fucking hatred for. And not all. I mean,
but it's not the person. It's what the group symbolizes. It's not even what they've done.
I was listening to a guy on Rogan, and he was literally saying that. He was like, I was like that, and then he was telling this story. He's like, I had to just beat a guy to death with a rock. And he's like, in that moment, he was just like, I don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. We're both supposed to be killing each other. I already shot you. You snuck up on me, tried to choke me, and the only thing I had available was this rock, and I just bashed your fucking head in. And he's like, sort of like, for what?
Yeah, no wonder people get PTSD because they have to do things that are so unnatural to them. And then they go back to normal life and go, what? What did I just see and do and hear? Like,
yeah, wild.
It's no sense, but in that minute, like, it did make sense, obviously, to them at the time. But I always find that interesting, if you think about war, like, someone could kill someone, right? Like, say if it is somewhere in the Middle East or whatever, but they don't have anything against each other as an individual. They don't actually know any, there's no contact whatsoever. But as a collective, 2 groups, you just make these assumptions and then you don't like what they're doing because maybe 1 or 2 of them have done bad things.
Yeah.
And then you just hate everyone and then everyone else gets killed. It makes no sense. Like, it really is like, how do they perform these acts? Like, how do you convince people to go to war? Like, it's insane, isn't it?
Wild.
Like, it is insane. And especially seeing all those 9/11 documentaries that are coming out now, because of the 20 years thing, more and more of it, you're like, it's just fucking wild. Like,
they were saying like some of the Taliban soldiers years into that war hadn't even had no idea of what 9/11 was or what happened.
Imagine.
They're just fighting, going, I don't know, these
Yeah.
boys are here, we're fighting.
Yeah,
They'd
that
never even
happens a
seen
lot, I
footage
think.
of it or knew what was going on.
Pointless, like. Well, sort of, but imagine. But imagine that woman, like that old woman living in a time where...
Jane Fonda?
No, Jane Fonda is the opposite of that woman. She's a legend.
Yeah.
Jane Fonda is a god. She
Yeah.
would stop. She wouldn't have done that. Jane Fonda wouldn't kill anyone. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. That's the police.
Yeah, there you go.
Um,
No, but imagine like people only dying now who lived in an age where you just killed black people. Or they weren't, allowed to do anything.
Yeah.
Imagine like that's only people, there's still people alive who lived through that.
Some would say it never ended, Máirín.
No, I know, but like, it's more, what do you call it? It's not acceptable, obviously, now, like, and the world's watching you, so different.
Tell that to George Floyd.
I know.
Right,
I can't, he's dead.
we'll edit that out. Have you seen the Supersonic documentary? We've gone from Jane Fonda to Warfare to Oasis. Have you seen the Supersonic documentary? Even if not, big fans of the band, both Liam and Noel are absolutely hilarious. I'd watch that.
I'd watch it. Not like a massive Oasis fan, but I
Me
like
neither.
them
Oasis are
as
like
characters.
Foo
like,
Fighters to me, where I'm like,
yeah.
like I know all the songs.
Don't dislike them.
I would go see them,
Don't dislike
but
them.
I'm not putting it on in the car. Like
No. Also, Oasis fans seem to be like,
assholes, like all the same. Oh,
You
Máirín,
can
you're
tell.
like, of all the statements you've made today,
What?
that one will get your house petrol bombed.
What?
Oasis fan. Now,
I didn't say anything. I
Willie
just said
Thompson,
you can tell.
Willie Thompson sent me a video of a guy at a Liam Gallagher concert with. He brought his own tambourine. Now I'd have kicked that guy off this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're
Imagine,
quite obvious fans.
imagine the guy beside you had his own tambourine. I'd be like, get this guy arrested. I'd rather you were like smoking inside.
What would people use if they were coming to like your gig to be like Colin?
What?
Nothing. I just mean like imagine like having like being such a symbol that you could dress up as someone like.
Oh, I don't know. A hat.
A hat.
I brought this t-shirt towel with me.
Limited edition t-shirt towels.
Note to self: pocket cup.
Back at the gap.
No, I would watch that though. Bicycling? Are you getting into it? No. Just throwing another Shane Todd lookalike in them. Ah, for fuck's sake. Shane looks like it. It must be terrible to look like everybody.
Yeah, even I find myself doing it, being like, that looks like Shane. He looks like Shane.
I
She
just
looks
have
like
the large bald man thing where people will be like, you look like my
Yeah.
mate Davey, and I'm like, no, I don't.
Some people send me things and they're like, this looks like you. And I'm like, does it? I don't know.
Someone sent me.
I mean, I don't even know what I look like anymore.
Someone sent me a porn star thing. Said that you look like him. I can't remember the name now.
look like him.
Her, yeah. Her. They, them, her. You didn't really.
Right.
She was way hotter. She was actually. She wasn't at all. It's like full load of work done, covered in tattoos. I was like, what are you seeing here? What is your go-to hangover movie of choice? Oh, what a strange question. Usually it's like meals. Movie of choice? Forgetting Sarah Marshall. You're a big fan of that.
I used to always watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I love it. Always Sunny. You always just put on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Not a movie, but pretty much if you're hungover, you're going to put that on.
Do you follow the F1 after powering through Drive to Survive? Ricardo got the podium on Sunday and I felt like a proud mother. Now,
Who's that?
who?
Who's the comment?
Emma?
Oh, no, I don't.
Who do you think it was? Toto Wolff?
Was it? I love that.
I know. Do you follow the Formula One? When you get really into it, you say Formula. That's when you know people are really... Did you watch the Formula One?
Formula?
Formula One.
I actually do keep up with it. You don't. I do. I watch everything.
It's good
all
to
the
have a
things,
thing.
I know.
Yeah.
It is good to have a thing. I don't really have like anything I follow really. I love it. I'm literally obsessed. Absolutely love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Like you'll watch the full highlights and stuff.
Yeah, I'll watch the
I
qualifying.
had work to do the other. I would have watched it.
I'll
I just had
watch
stuff to do.
everything.
But
No, that race was amazing.
it was.
It was amazing. You didn't watch it. You didn't even
I
watch it.
seen.
No, you didn't. You seen a photo of it.
Yeah, I seen the car in the air and I went, and then I pretended it was Steve Jones going, Valtteri Bottas.
I know. What a great name. He's got the best
Valtteri
name.
Bottas.
Valtteri. Like, wow.
He doesn't look like a Valtteri. He looks like a Martin.
He does.
He looks like a Marty.
Yeah, Marty. Yeah.
Marty Bottas.
Incredible driver.
Valtteri Bottas. He sounds like someone
right
to be rising out of flames.
I know.
And he
isn't
just
it
gets out and he's
class?
like, "Well, lads, what's the crack? I'm from Lurgan."
He kind of does have that face, like, yeah.
He just has a regular.
No, that race was unreal. No, I'm slightly obsessed. I mean, I've always liked it because, as I said, like, obviously, like, Daddy, he's like into racing and stuff,
Daddy.
has always watched it, and I was never that interested in it. But like, even I don't know, I love it. I dressed up as Eddie Irvine when I was in primary school for like a Halloween costume one year. So there you go. Like,
Do you know what my
dressed
one?
up in
Do you
a
know my?
full, like, suit and had like a Formula 1 car and everything with me.
Do you know what's one of my
and everything, yeah.
overriding memories of Eddie Irvine?
What?
There was a documentary, and I think it was on BBC One NI about him, where they like followed him about and racing and his lifestyle and all. There's one bit where they like, where this whole, you know, like a Louis Theroux documentary, like someone's at the hotel, he's like, "What's the crack?" And they open the door and there's just some like, you know, assassinated hot chick in the bed. Just, you know, just fucking worn out. And he gets, I'm convinced he just got up with his cock out and like was putting his, you know, he had the big fucking morning, like heavy hang. And he's just putting his pants on. Sorry, real fun last night. That's my only memory of him. Couldn't tell you what his face looks like.
He's looking at the penis always.
Yeah.
Always. Cool. So, in conclusion, you don't keep up with the Formula 1? Is that what you're saying?
Formula One.
Formula 1.
Formula One.
No, I love it.
I
really do. Like,
I do like
really
it.
do.
Like you're, but then I'm not, you know.
You don't like it the way I like it.
Well, you're, you know, I don't not. It's the same way, like, you know, I like UFC, but I'll not watch the whole thing. I'll just fucking go on Fight Pass and be like, right,
Yeah.
let me skip through this. Okay, now I know the results. Unless it's like a really big fight that I'm
No,
down to
like, I
see.
can't get, like, I would watch it every day
Yeah,
if I could.
yeah. What about that guy from here? I think we talked about on this. The guy from here who used to ride Formula One, and the car crashed, and he came flying out of the car and broke both his legs. And then years later, did a charity scooter ride and fell off it and broke both his legs again. Bro, stay in the house, man.
Jesus.
The car broke in half and he just shot out like a fucking ragdoll. And his legs were full spaghetti. And then they fixed him. And then years later, he's like raising money for fucking Marie Curie. And fucking hit a divot and came off and shattered both his legs again. Nightmare. You know?
See, once again, you only like any sports for the danger and people getting hurt, mainly.
No, I don't.
Like,
it
is
makes
anyone
me
hurt?
sick.
No. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck's sake. But that's why you watch Formula One.
No.
You want to see them smash
No,
it
I
up, man?
actually don't want to see it smashed because it ruins a race.
Yeah.
It either stops a race or someone's out and it's really annoying.
Like
You want to see them racing.
Max and Lewis there, you know, they're like two wee schoolboys. You're like, do you see what fucking happened after that?
Yeah.
He's proud of yourselves. And they just stare at the ground like,
I know.
the car's bucked.
I know, but like, only they had that. They have the Halo thing now. Like,
I know, they got a
Lewis
big
Hamilton
wheel to
be
the
fucking
face.
decapitated. Like,
Not bad, not a bad thing.
unbelievable photo.
Today we lost our main driver, Lewis. He was decapitated in the car. It's fine.
That's too Hitler. You're going too Hitler.
Well, he's from Hitler's hometown. Isn't he? Where's Toto Wolff from? He's Austrian, isn't he?
He's Austrian, yeah.
Yeah, him and Hitler, like that. Went to school together.
Do you think there's people going around being like, "Oh, Hitler's my like great."
Have you ever seen Hitler's car? You ever seen it?
No.
Hitler, he had a fucking bagged out Benz, man.
What watch did Hitler have? Sure, you've looked that up.
Probably. Hitler's car. No, wait a second. That's not it. There is a Merc, and it's fucking looks like a spaceship. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Hitler's. Is it like a race? It's like a race car thing. Fucking swag. Look like a big Nazi dildo. Oh yeah. Yep. Or it's an Audi. Or wait, there's two.
Which one?
I think that's the one I've seen before. Hitler's Cavalry of the Future. Look at that. When I pull up to the clubs. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anyway, we'll do one more question, then we'll go for dumplings.
Yes.
And I mean actual dumplings, that's not code for having a shit.
You never know with you.
Who knows? Final question. We've missed out a few there. Let me see. Fantastic to see / hear Máirín back at GB Towers. Hopefully you're doing okay. Anyway, that's current TV binge. What? What's your current TV binge? And have you caught Married at First Sight? Guys are all over this Married at First Sight.
No, I need to watch it. No, 9 Perfect Strangers. Been enjoying that a lot.
Yeah, enjoy it. Get in that.
Love it.
Final question. What's the worst town you've been to and why is it Downpatrick? Do you come through Downpatrick in the morning now? No. No. Fuck no. Driving through fields to avoid it. I'll be honest, I've had one experience with it, or maybe two, and the gig was good, and then afterwards was just not nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those fucking pain in the asshole towns. You know, when you're used to just going straight up and down the country, and then someone's like, "Do you want to go to Downpatrick?" And you're like, "Let me just fucking go on this odyssey into the middle of nowhere."
Banbridge is like that.
Banbridge can fucking...
It takes so long to get to Banbridge.
Eat my ass.
Why
Never
does it take
again.
so long?
Never again. Like, if you go to Lurgan and you go to that filling station and then you have to go to Mickey's house, and Mickey says he lives in Lurgan,
It's
but
ages away.
his mum and dad's house is fucking like another 20
We
minutes.
live closer to the motorway than Mickey's
Yeah.
house is to the motorway.
Now-
Yet you'd think we're in the country.
And then
it's not.
Banbridge is like, go to Lurgan and then go another fucking 40 minutes into the middle of nowhere. And for what? The worst laid out town
I
of
actually
all
bought my
time.
wedding dress there.
Where'd you get it?
It's a place called La Boda Bridal.
I thought it was our boy Seamus's Maz shop
Yeah.
that I walk into just like full scumbag. Put my nice voice on.
But see, if you think that about that shop, that means every shop you walk into looking like a scumbag.
Nah, bro. Don't
Yes,
think so.
bro.
You know, where we live, if you walk in wearing white trainers, they're like, that's fucking, where are you going, Pride? You should be wearing boots covered in cow shit.
Or cement.
Cement, yeah. No, there's dudes go in the shop and they smell like cow shit. Why is that legal?
Yeah, no. Yeah. Well.
Fucking culties, swear to God. Right, we'll get out of here, Máirín. We'll go for
You're
this.
a culture knife from Tyrone, up Tyrone.
I bought a new knife now.
Tyrone Colin. Colin.
Yep.
Say Tyrone Boo.
No. Guys,
Say it.
Tyrone Boo.
So sassy.
Tyrone Bay. What's that mean?
Up Tyrone.
That sounds better. That rolls off the tongue a lot better than Tyrone Bay.
Tyrone Boo sounds like a fucking disease.
No, it just sounds like something on a menu. You'd be like, the fuck, Tyrone Bay? But it's like one of those restaurants where they give it the fancy name and then someone leans in. They're like, it's basically pasta with ketchup. But in certain places it's called Tyrone Bay. Right, let's get out of here. Thanks for joining me, Máirín. The hits on this one will probably be thrice what we normally get. Because people want to hear from you.
Do they?
Yep.
I know, I haven't even been on Instagram or nothing, but I'm literally doing nothing. Well, I've been doing loads of exciting things, actually. Just don't put any of them on Instagram because couldn't be bothered. Just
What
don't
have you been at?
Well, 2 sisters got married. We've been loads of
That's
trips.
not legal.
Done loads of things.
Yeah. We've done loads of trips where?
Well, we've just been doing loads of shit, like, but
We've been
I've been
nothing.
on loads of like hen parties, loads of funny things. I just haven't done. Yeah. Just mainly having, mental breakdowns. That's it.
Yeah, we'll cut that end bit out.
Okay, good idea.
Right, 5 minutes of Jane Fonda here and then we'll go eat some dumplings. Thanks for joining me, Máirín.
I think you should do Jane Fonda. DD
Can we end the
after
podcast? Can
your
we end the
SSE.
podcast?
Do it after your SSE show. Everyone, Jane Fonda.
I'm going to
Okay.
come out one of those leotards on with the thong on it. Goes right up your slice.
Do it.
With all my D&Bs hanging out the other side.
Just like a fucking bag of chicken.
A bag of chicken.
Ugh. Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't mean to say off, but yes.
Oof. Anyway, Tyrone Bay. See you later. Tyrone Bay.